Is here as well. He's executive director of the Blacksphere.net and author of the book Race Pimping. Kevin, your thoughts?
Hey, Megan. Dr. Cornel West is an anachronism. He's stuck in the 60s. Everything he's talking about are things that don't apply today. What Peggy said is exactly what's happening. I grew up, my dad was in San Quentin prison. My mother died when I was 5. If I'd lived with my father, I wouldn't be sitting in front of this camera. I'd be in prison. I got raised by my grandparents who instilled the right types of things in me. And the problem is we're instilling violence and craziness in the black community. And Peggy got it right. Dr. Carson got it right. It's strong black family members raising children correctly that are going to correct this problem. It's not going to be more enabling by these bourgeois cocktail-sipping leftists and these enabling Democrat policies and leftist policies and progressive policies.
But you heard the messaging. You heard the messaging from Cornel West, which is income inequality and the state and the system. I mean, this is the messaging is that it's rigged against these communities.
Well, he's lying. It isn't rigged against us. The only thing rigged against you is when somebody can get inside of your mind and make you believe you're less than somebody else. And Dr. Carson is an example of somebody who didn't believe it, and I am as well. Look, when we start empowering these young kids to believe that they are worthy and that it isn't the thug life that's going to make their lives different. It's going to be them deciding to pick themselves up and do something with their lives. It's going to change. But it isn't going to change if we don't allow people like Peggy to speak their mind. And I love what she did because it was so impassioned. And she's from the same streets. I'm not in the same vicinity as she is, saying the same thing. And you know what? We shouldn't be looking at her as a hero. I'm glad she did it. She should be the shining example of what many black people in this community are doing, and unfortunately she's not. She's more anecdotal. But what's not anecdotal is the crime in black neighborhoods, and you alluded to it with Cornel West. There are many more blacks being killed by blacks with stray bullets and drive-bys and everything else than cops killing black people, but that's not the narrative that sells.
And amazingly, that is not what pushes people to the street, the death of these young women, these young girls, these young boys who get shot in these drive-bys. It is. I understand his distinction between when a law enforcement officer does it versus when a criminal does it. But when you have the criminals doing it in these overwhelming numbers, it's shocking and it's deeply sad. Kevin, it's great to see you.
You too, Megan.
Extraordinary, right? Extraordinary. So we've got the Ben Carson editorial now on our Facebook page if you want to go check it out.